The fourth How to GYST 1 month challenge is about to kick off, and I have to say, I'm a little bit apprehensive about this one. I am going to be attempting a capsule wardrobe, but like way capsule. So let me tell you how, why, the plans I have that might scupper or save me, and I will show you the items that I have chosen. And as usual, I am inviting you to join me if you think you've got what it takes. Let's go. Hi guys, it's Laura from HowToGYST, and I help you get organized, get motivated, and get out of your comfort zone. And welcome to my first video in our new home expected tour in the coming weeks. Every year for the month of August, I take on a challenge that will test me, that will force me to try new things or make sacrifices for the greater good. To quickly recap, in the middle of 2015, I was arse-deep in the KonMari method and the decluttered stuff was starting to pile up everywhere. So I took the month of August off to clear all of that stuff out of my house once and for all. I shared the idea and loads of you decided to follow suit. It was a huge success. Year 2, I was arse-deep in digital overload. So I was trying to grow my business and I was consuming a huge amount of content on how to do that, and I was just feeling completely overwhelmed by it. So again, I took the month off. I did not consume any new informational content for the entire month, and I have to say that challenge actually changed my life and the relationship that I have with online content. Year 3, which was last year, I was actually moving over here to the US. I challenged myself to do as many new things as possible that month, to learn as much as I could about my new surroundings, my new home, the new culture, everything. And I attribute that to why I settled so quickly and so happily here in Cincinnati. This year then, I am going to be trying something that I have always been a little bit terrified of: the capsule wardrobe. So some of you will know, especially if you have watched my recent closet decluttering video, that I am not exactly short on clothes, even after decluttering oodles of them. Combine that with the fact that one of my New Year's resolutions this year is to dress a little bit more stylishly. So put the two of them together and this seemed like the perfect opportunity to test myself. Now, I have heard a lot about capsule wardrobes, but I love clothes and I just never thought I could limit myself like that. But when you think you can't do something, that is exactly when you should try it. Here are the rules that I am going to abide by for the month of August. 1, I am limiting myself to 15 items of clothing. I know the kind of standard capsule wardrobe is about 30 items, but this is just for a single month, so I think 15 items should be more than enough. I'll show you those in a minute, but just to give you an idea of how difficult this challenge is going to be for me, I currently have well over 100 items in my closet. In fact, if you include all the stuff that's in the laundry, which I didn't count, it's probably over 150. And 2, I am not including footwear, outerwear, underwear, or accessories like bags, jewelry, scarves, etc. But I am going to try and limit those too. So, why am I bothering? Since I had Scout, I feel like my sartorial choices have suffered a little bit. So I gained weight, my shape changed, and I found that I have just been reaching for things out of comfort and camouflage. Now listen, there is nothing wrong with comfort. I am all about it. I will take practicality over pretty all day long. But there are things out there that are stylish and comfortable, so I don't know why I have a tendency to just pick one or the other and, ne'er the twain shall meet. Foolishness. Also, when I was younger and childless, I spent a lot more time and money shopping, so my wardrobe was regularly updated. These days, not so much. So I need to make sure that the clothes that I do have are workhorses, that look good, that fit and flatter me, and that I feel good in, and that are presentable. And I went to VidCon last month, which was just full of teenagers and 20-somethings, and I just felt like an old hag. I want to take a serious look at my clothes and decide what is making a valuable contribution to my closet and what is just, you know, a like confidence sapping, shapeless sack. I want to hone my style so that I have a look that is very me. I need to find that middle ground that is somewhere between, you know, not dressing like I'm in my early 20s, but also not dressing like I'm in my 60s. So, the spanner in the works. Actually, this may end up helping me, I don't know, but I am going to be traveling home to Ireland for 2 weeks in August, so basically half the month. The weather in Ireland, not quite as hot as it is here in Cincinnati, so essentially I am having to pick items for 2 different climates. That might be tricky. The only upside is that because I'll be traveling, I will be naturally limited to how much will fit in my suitcase, so that may help. With all of that in mind, here are the 15 items that I have chosen. Very much focused on mix and match stuff so that I can get the most outfits out of these items. I'm hoping that by the end of this challenge I will have a much greater appreciation for my clothes, a much better understanding of what works for me, and then I'll be able to use that information to continue to whittle down my wardrobe until I get to a definitive signature style. I definitely have a signature style when it comes to, you know, dressing up. It is generally a midi length skirt or dress, something that has a bit of flounce to it, always in a dramatic colour, usually black. But for everyday stuff, not so much. Right now it is basically jeans and a graphic t-shirt, and while that is fine, I just find that I tend to veer slightly more towards the sloppier side. I never want to be stuffy, you know, I always want my clothes to reflect who I am, but I have to find that balance between looking fun and looking like I work for the circus. I don't know, it's hard to make rainbows and unicorns look age appropriate when you're 34, but I am determined. I have to say I am already benefiting because as I was picking out my 15 items, I found that I was, you know, going over some stuff, passing up some stuff because it wasn't nice enough, it wasn't versatile enough, it wasn't stylish enough. So already I am noticing some things that I can probably do without. Anyway, that is the plan. I am quite nervous about it, but wouldn't be a challenge if it were easy. So, what do you think? Are you going to join in? You can decide to take on the Capsule Wardrobe Challenge, or you can pick your own challenge for the month. Something that you have been meaning to do for a while, but you just never got around to maybe digitizing all of your photos, doing all those little odd jobs around the house, cleaning up the garden. Whatever it is, get stuck in on August 1st, and by the 31st, you'll be done and dusted and delighted. If you are looking for a little bit of extra motivation, I have a playlist for you as lots of videos that will help give you a bit of a kick up the arse. I will have an update for you on this challenge in a few weeks, and until next time, Cuireadh míle maith agaibh. Agus feicim mé sibh go luath. Slán!